The world does not belong to the smartest people. It belongs to the people who can control themselves and influence everyone else. That is the real game. Not talent, not luck, not motivation. Control. Every empire in history, every billionaire, every dictator, every revolutionary understood one thing. Human beings are predictable. Most people wake up tired, think weak thoughts, consume garbage, obey routines they hate, and then wonder why they feel powerless. Because they are. Power is not just money. Money is a symptom. Real power is the ability to shape behavior. Your behavior, other people's behavior, even the emotional atmosphere in a room. The person who controls attention controls reality. And today, your attention is under attack every second. Your phone fights for your mind. Social media fights for your emotions. Companies fight for your addictions. Politicians fight for your fear. Everyone wants control over what you think, because thoughts become actions, and actions become destiny. That means if you cannot control your own mind, someone else will, and they already are. Look around carefully. Weak people are easier to sell to, easier to manipulate, easier to distract. A disciplined person is dangerous to the system. Why? Because disciplined people are hard to control. They think before reacting. They delay pleasure. They move with purpose. They become independent. That terrifies people. A man who can master his emotions becomes unpredictable, and unpredictable people cannot be easily ruled. That is why modern culture glorifies comfort. Stay entertained. Stay distracted. Stay soft. Stay addicted. Stay emotionally unstable. And above all, never sit alone with your thoughts, because silence creates awareness, and awareness creates rebellion. Motivation alone is useless, completely useless. Motivation is an emotion, and emotions are unstable. One day you feel unstoppable, the next day you feel empty. If your life depends on motivation, your future depends on your mood. That is pathetic. Winners do not rely on motivation. They rely on systems, discipline, repetition, control. The gym is not about muscles. It is about obedience to yourself. Studying is not about information. It is about mental endurance. Waking up early is not magic. It is training your brain to stop negotiating with weakness. Every small promise you break to yourself damages your identity. Every promise you keep builds power. That is how control starts, quietly, not with a dramatic speech, not with a viral quote, with repetition, again, 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 until discipline becomes personality. Here is the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to hear. Most people do not actually want freedom. Freedom sounds beautiful until responsibility enters the room, because freedom means accountability. No excuses, no blaming society, no blaming your parents, no blaming bad luck. Just you, your habits, your decisions, your weaknesses. And many people cannot handle that level of honesty. So they escape into entertainment, into excuses, into endless scrolling, into fake motivation videos that disappear after 10 minutes. Temporary inspiration is one of the biggest addictions on the internet. People watch success. They do not build it. They consume ambition like entertainment. That is why they stay exactly where they are. Powerful people understand psychology, not magic psychology, not internet dark psychology, real psychology. Fear motivates people more than rewards. Status controls behavior. Attention creates influence. Emotion beats logic in most human decisions. That is why outrage spreads faster than truth. People react emotionally first and think later. If you can control emotions, you can influence decisions. Advertising knows this. Politics knows this. Media knows this. They do not sell products, they sell identity. They sell fear, status, belonging, desire, and most people never notice. But the most dangerous form of control is self-control. Because once a person truly controls himself, he becomes difficult to manipulate. Imagine someone who does not panic under pressure, does not chase validation, does not crumble from criticism, does not need constant pleasure, does not quit when things become painful. That person becomes terrifyingly effective because pain stops controlling them, and pain controls almost everyone. People destroy their future to escape temporary discomfort. They avoid difficult conversations, avoid discipline, avoid risk, avoid failure. Then they wonder why life feels small. Weakness always feels safe in the beginning, until the consequences arrive. History never remembers comfortable people. It remembers decisive people. People willing to sacrifice comfort for influence, pleasure for progress, emotion for execution. That does not mean becoming heartless. It means becoming dangerous enough to protect your future. There is a difference, because the world respects strength, even when it pretends not to. Watch carefully. People listen differently when confidence enters a room. People react differently when discipline becomes visible. People treat you differently when you stop seeking approval. Power changes social gravity. And once you feel that shift, you can never unsee it. But here is the trap. Power without control becomes destruction. History is full of intelligent failures, talented addicts, powerful fools. If ego controls you, you are still weak. Real power is calm, controlled, precise, intentional. Like a predator that does not waste movement, the loudest person in the room is usually compensating for insecurity. True control does not beg for attention, it commands it naturally. So ask yourself honestly, who controls your life right now? Your goals or your impulses? Your future or your distractions? Your discipline or your emotions? Because every day you are becoming something stronger or weaker, sharper or softer, more dangerous or more controllable. There is no neutral. Every habit is a vote. Every action shapes identity, and identity becomes destiny. At the end of the day, power is not about domination. It is about ownership. Ownership of your mind, your time, your attention, your actions. Because once you own those things, your life stops belonging to other people. And that is when you become truly dangerous. Control your mind before someone else does.